Well, how do you
Well, I
feel
was just
about
curious. I'd like to hear from the rest of the council individually or as a group. I mean, Gary, do you have anything, you know, that, or Jim, or, you know, Barb or Adam or Jim, Doc, you know, that you see as something that you feel is a priority just off the top of your head? If you don't, you know.
Right now, I'm looking at Interstate 20 going north, making sure we get the right amount of exits off that road.
Is there any way we can control that though?
Well, yes and no.
Signs are one thing, and
It's
we have to
signing, but it's
move
just
forward
being
ahead
able
on
to get into
that.
that area, because Bill and I were assigned that area to take a look at the access to the highway.
There's a deadline on signs, and it's coming up very soon.
For logo signs, there is.
Okay. Jim, have you got anything that you really feel is pressing that's a big project, you know, I'm not talking about?
We definitely need to do something with our streets. Streets have got to be a priority.
And adding to that, I think we should actually consider, you know, some type of additional bonding in order to...
I would agree with that 100%. That's where I was going with this.
Yeah.
And Adam, just out of curiosity, this could be off track here, did you ever check out with like Lake City, how they're doing that in the streets?
Yes, actually, I talked to Kevin down there. They actually only do a project once every 3 years, is what they do. And it is paid for through general obligation. They go out every 3 years and do a bonding, a general obligation bond.
So it's a 3-year bond?
No. It's a, we talk about a 15, 20-year bond. But they're doing
so much of it.
So much. And she said they range anywhere from $300,000 to $800,000.
Every year?
Depending, no, every 3 years.
Every 3 years. I mean, every year they do it.
Right. And she said one of the things that she was disappointed with is they have not received $1 of grant funding in any of these projects. So, I mean, the message I was receiving back is the funding for this will be debt service. It will be reflected in taxation.
Okay, did she address how far they're coming along in the city?
No, we didn't really go.
She
did say they were slowing down, though. She saw that they've seen a pretty significant jump in their assessment. They're now over $20 per thousand on their taxable assessment. And I know it's one thing they're looking at to make sure, they're kind of looking at their options as far as moving forward a little bit.
Well, I was just curious because I've talked to a couple residents down there and they felt that the city was close to anywhere between 65 and 70% streeted. I don't know if that's a word or not.
I mean, that's the other thing we've got to look at is...
But they're that close to getting the whole town.
How many years do we want to take to get the whole town?
Yeah. And I would just, because personally I would feel inclined if we need to do that, set up a plan. Like Bill said, if we need to bond for it, I think that's something that, you know,